Mexicanos al grito de guerra, el acero apresta y el bridón, y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón, y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. Ciñe, oh patria, tus sienes de oliva, de la paz el arcángel divino, que en el cielo tu eterno destino por el dedo de Dios escribió. Mas si osare un extraño enemigo profanar con su planta tu suelo, pienso, patria querida, que el cielo un soldado en cada hijo te dio, un soldado en cada hijo te dio. Mexicanos al grito de guerra, el acero a prestar y el gridón, y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón, y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias a Vicente.
Estamos en vivo y activo. Sunday recap. Poquito de lo que queda vivo y activo, ¿verdad? But shout out to our big man. May he rest in peace. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Well, we are LongLiveBoxing EnVivo podcast. Manny Marrero.
Hopper! Since Gringo
is going to bring it and break it down like it is. Like it should be.
Sí, pero Manny, antes de que empiecemos, bro, despertamos con la noticia muy triste que Vicente Fernández falleció a las 6 de la mañana. Tuvo una caída en agosto en su rancho y la situación se puso grave. Y hoy, desafortunadamente, nos despertamos con esa grave noticia. Vicente Fernández, el ídolo de México, el único hombre que hace hombres llorar con sus canciones. Lo vamos a extrañar, un tesoro mexicano.
Una voz peculiar, una voz que no se puede imitar.
Que en paz descanse.
Una voz de un cantante que es único, que nos dio, aunque nosotros no mexicanos, o sea, como puertorriqueños o Latinoamérica, todo el mundo sabe de Vicente Fernández. Todo el mundo admiraba su voz y esa pasión que tenía para la música y grandioso y bien interesante. Anoche un saludito a mi comunidad Latam. Unas amistades que llevamos por muchos años uniéndonos, juntándonos en todas Navidades haciendo una posada, y ayer no fue la excepción. Tuvimos un gran momento y en la cual incluso como eso de las 11 de la medianoche estábamos cantando karaoke y por supuesto estuvimos ahí con Vicente Fernández cantando esa música, no sabiendo lo que iba a pasar. Pero qué día tan especial, qué fin de semana, ya que también es el fin de semana de la Virgen de la Guadalupe. Es un momento para él el poder llegar a los brazos del Señor en un fin de semana como este, una celebración grande para la comunidad hispana, especialmente para los mexicanos.
Sí.
En paz descanse. Mucha fortaleza a toda la familia.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
All right, absolutely. Yeah, we had to give definitely acknowledgement to such an icon for so many years, decades, and such a big part of not just Mexican culture, but also a big part of boxing as well. I mean, I'll be honest, for me, somebody I know in passing, somebody was like, hey, how do you know who Vicente Fernandez is? And I was like, man, if you follow boxing, there's no way you don't. There's no way. And that's with all due respect completely. All the entrances, and I would love how people would get all hyped. So he's a big part of me as well.
A lot of boxers, especially I know Canelo has done it. They'd come out to a song like de Sigo siendo el rey. I know he came out to it against Billy Joe Saunders in May, and the whole crowd was singing, and it's a sad moment right now. Por para toda la raza latina.
Absolutely. So definitely a sad day, and much respect and condolences to the family and all that are hurting right now. Like you said, it's not just one; it's hundreds, millions of people that are feeling this pain, and it's a major loss for sure. So transitioning respectfully to the fights, Hopper, what's your thoughts? Because so much happened last night.
So much action, so much action. Where do we begin? You guys want to touch on Lomachenko first? Lomachenko.
I guess Manny brought his flag.
Manny brought his flag out.
That king is back. That king is back.
Go ahead, Manny.
First of all, great actions last night. Lots of boxing, which is very exciting. I only were able to see a glance of some of the action that happened last night. Of course, I had to be, with my colegas, La Familia Latam. Had a very, very nice party, but they were nice enough to put the fights there. So what a clinic by Lomachenko. I know a lot of people. Listen, I know a lot of people were expecting a knockout. You're not the best.
It was close.
In the action just because you knock out people, just because Teofimo or someone else knocked Commey differently. No, listen, Commey, we knew for a fact in the previous fight, he made some adjustments. He became a much better boxer, wiser, intelligent. And this is the thing about former champions. That's what they do, right? And, Lomachenko had come back from that, horrible fight against Teofimo Lopez, had a surgery on the shoulder. We didn't know what to expect, but we knew for a fact that Lomachenko was going to bring excitement. He was like moving around Commey back and forth. He was displaying a true clinic of what boxing, needs to see inside the ring. And this is what we truly enjoyed. Knocked him out a couple of times. He's just a very important key part of the 135 pounds, which we know for a fact everything completely shifted around. It's not about the four divas. We got the Pitbull crews back. Some of you were able to see the replay again. Tank Davis and Pitbull Cruz. Did you guys see something different?
Oh, yeah.
I still have it 7-5, the Pitbull. But guess what? You know what? Things happen in the sport of boxing. They're probably moving on, and I hope there is a rematch on that. But the reality, back to the point, is 135 pounds. It's more than alive. It's the division in where things are going to be shot in the future, and we don't know what to expect. We don't know what's going to happen, and that brings me excited. And to see Lomachenko coming back in the fashion that he did, I don't care about a completely knockout, destroying Commey. I cared about the performance, because that's what you need when you're going to start making this huge fights against the rest of the pack.
Yeah, if you can get the knockout, cool, but it's not the be all end all for boxers. It's more of the how you looked against it. And the thing about Lomachenko, this was vintage Lomachenko. This is his footwork. He's always had that crazy footwork, that elite footwork, and he didn't do that so much in the Teofimo Lopez fight, but we saw that on display last night. Was he hurt in the Teofimo Lopez fight? I don't know. That's what he said. Last night, though, that was vintage Lomachenko. Yes, he's showing a little bit more vulnerability. Yes, he's getting hit maybe a little bit more than what he was in the past. But that footwork and the angles that the punches come from, this was old Lomachenko at 33 years old. Honestly, guys, if I had to pick him against any of the 135 pounders, I'd be hard pressed to not pick Lomachenko. I think I'm still leaning towards Lomachenko against anybody in the 135 pound division. Honestly, that's just the amount of respect and how highly I think of Lomachenko, especially with the performance last night. The one thing, I'm not sure how you guys felt about it. When he dropped him, was it in the 7th round?
7th.
And then when he started looking at the corner to Andre Rozier and them, telling them to stop it. I don't know. I felt some kind of way about that. Just do your job. Do your job, Lomachenko. Lomachenko, he comes across as a very, his personality out of the ring. He's very, for lack of a better word, he's very douchey, I guess.
Well, I think he was hitting him hard, and he was hitting a lot of combinations. I mean, he was moving, like shifting clockwise on the other hand, and Commey had no answer to that. So he was hoping, like, I don't want to really
for sure. And
right. So I understand
it. I understand that, but do you think at the same time he was trying to? It's kind of must be embarrassing for Commey, like, dude, just fight me, stop me. Don't worry about my corner. Let them handle it.
No, I agree.
Maybe I'm nitpicking hairs, but it's just something I wanted to point out. Gringo, what do you think? If you would take yourself off mute, it would probably help.
I do feel like there was some concern for the fighter, but really, if you're that concerned, just go ahead and stop him, man. Get him out of there. So Obviously, the corner felt he still had a chance, and clearly he did. He went the distance. So, you want a champion to go out on the shield. And if you feel strongly enough like you're about to stop him, just go ahead and stop him. But yeah, perception, the way I took it is kind of a douche move. So we got some comments here. Let me go ahead and get to these real quick. So, all right. So we got, all right, much love, respect. Puerto Rican Rum back in the house. Salute, gentlemen. Danny PR78. Hello, fellas. Great fight. Loma's coming back for those belts. All right. Love that. And then Puerto Rican Rum's got the HCP network. Shout out with all the beautiful Latin American flags. Looking great. Looking good. And also he says, Loma from last beat Tio, Ryan, Tank. So yeah, he
hard to argue. It's hard to argue against that because I'm leaning towards Lomachenko as well.
Yeah, and Chicano Prophet, shout out to you, brother.
Against all of them. What about Cambosos? Is that next? What do you guys think?
The thing for me is it's hard to argue like the way he looked more hittable. I don't say more vulnerable, but from where he was. But the footwork is phenomenal. And another thing that I like to see that he's healthy. There's no way that he's holding anything back. He looked complete control. It was just a total masterclass completely. So, but yeah, he's gonna do his things. The call the guy, tell the guy to go to his corner. To me, that was. Of course, that's kind of how he.
That's Loma. That's Loma's character, though. He's kind of douchey.
When he's about it. You know what? That's another thing too. When you see that, I know he's feeling good. When he's doing that, being a jerk and doing the matador stuff, he's in the zone.
That's his, he's on the zone.
He told him to go to the corner. What was it? End of the second round.
Yeah.
Go with time left. That's a douche move right there. Like you freaking douche.
When he starts telling you where to go,
he's known for those
traffic.
Things.
Yeah, he's in full.
He's known for those things, and those are the things that he brings into the table that gives them that confidence and take control and ownership of the fights. I just don't think he had that for whatever reason against Teofimo Lopez, and those are the things that we missed. Although we called them a little bit douche move, but we needed that kind of stuff. It kind of started like past the 6th, 7th round. Right? And when the Teofimo fight, I think a little bit too late. Now we're starting to see that entertainer in Lomachenko, in which we talked about. We need to see that in every single fight, and we just didn't. And I think that was a big factor.
I'll tell you guys this. Eddie Hearn better hurry up and make that Devin Haney Cambosos fight because you got a lot of people chomping at the bit coming after Cambosos. You bet your ass that Top Rank Bob Arum right now are positioning Vasily Lomachenko and probably going to demand the WBO to make him the mandatory because he's number 1 in the WBO rankings.
Absolutely.
Also, the WBA, they might petition Tank to be Cambosos mandatory. So, Cambosos, David Hearn, y'all better hurry up and make that fight because there's a lot of people coming after Cambosos right now. Where was this energy for Teofimo Lopez, man? But no, I don't want to come.
It's a great spot to be in, to be honest. If you're Cambosos, it's a really good spot. This is the scenario that you actually really want.
In Australia.
You want action. You want people behind you. You want that attraction from not only the fans, but from the media. And I think Camboso right now is just it's on one of the best positions he could be in his life. And definitely, you're absolutely right. Consolidation of the belts. That may be the priority. However, remember, you got options. You can sit down on your options and see what happens. But I'm excited. Lightweights, bro. Lightweights are always the forgotten.
Is on fire.
Don't sleep on that because we got action. And I'm glad we're not talking about Ryan. I'm not glad we're not talking about.
Hey, Ryan got Pitbull problems. Pitbull came out and put him on blast. He's like, you think crees que soy un C-level fighter? I can fight you in your patio. Send the contract.
And not only
that, what Ryan says about that.
We can't part ways with the other trash talker. We need to see a little bit more. But Rolly Romero, it's
Rolly
there. So
I don't put him in the class with these guys, bro. Honestly.
But he's still there.
He's there. He's a player.
He's going to compete, course, and he could surprise if he walks the walk instead of talk the talk. He could. Let's see. I'm waiting for that.
I didn't know you were a Rolly fan. Look at that.
I'm not a Rolly fan, but he's part of
the mix. He's part of the mix. He's part of the
absolutely
Rolly fan.
He builds up on the lightweight.
Manny likes the shit talkers. Manny likes the douches. That's Manny.
That's true, right?
Okay, so why don't we put a belt, the trash talking belt, Ryan Garcia against Rolly Romero? Let's do that. Wouldn't you want to see that fight to see who is like the better?
Not really.
I'd be good with that
at all. I think Ryan takes him as much as shit we give Ryan. I think Ryan takes him. Rolly Romero.
Now let's keep it on real quick. We talked about what could happen, about possibilities, and about how there's want and need. It really did seem like Cambosos was really big on being undisputed in Australia, and he, clearly that'd be a close fight because of competition. You know, he wants to be undisputed, and he gets that right. But do you think the pressure will be for a Lomachenko fight? So what do you think is truly next, Hopper? What's truly next for Lomachenko, honestly, to you? What do you think happens next?
Kambosos. They're going to the top rank. Well, they're going to try. Top rank, Bob Arum, you know, they're a little pissed off that Teofimo went over there into DAZN and lost his belts. So, you know, they're going to do whatever they can in their power to try to get them back by petitioning the WBO to, hey, make Lomachenko the mandatory and then demand that fight happen. I think that's what Top Rank right now, what they're thinking. I'm sure they're going to try to position themselves to get those belts back. But really, that's what I'm thinking should be happening next, man, for Lomachenko's Kambosos. Why wait around for anything else? I mean, there's really no need to prove yourself by beating anybody else. Go after Kambosos, go after the top dog, and become top dog again, become the king again.
Yeah, no, great point. He did just masterclass a top 10 person. Manny, what's your thoughts? I know you're unbiased because of Ukraine flag. Just ignore that. Everybody else
very unbiased,
but totally unbiased journalism going on right now. But what do you think? First of all, combination. What do you think's going to happen? What do you want to happen? That's a tough one.
Well, I think right now, for the good of the sport, you definitely have to have an undisputed belt there. And I think that it's not difficult to make a fight Kambosos against Devin Haney. I think, Eddie Hearn wants that. I think Haney also wants that. They want it in Australia. We'll make it happen. Is there going to be a lot of money? Absolutely. Who's going to put most of the money? Hey, probably Eddie Hearn. DAZN probably is going to be in DAZN. DAZN has no problem going over there and doing the things that they're doing to give the spectators and the people what they want is action. Bob Arum seems to be always on the sideline when it comes to putting a lot of money. And I think right now, Bob Arum can make so much money right now just by staying at the sideline and just taking, Kambosos out there and making this fight happen. Now, for Lomachenko, absolutely, you need to have this fight. You need to have the fight against Kambosos. That can be done easily as well. I'll see Devin Haney more attraction to get all the belts together and then put Lomachenko to wait on what happens after that. But you can't be inactive too much. And I don't think that Lomachenko needs to fight anyone else to prove that he could be next. So either or, whatever happens to them, I think Lomachenko, for him, the best deal is to have a title shot, a mandatory shot, it's for the WBO or even for the WBC. Because keep in mind, he's also the mandatory for the WBC against Haney. So he's got two options. It's a matter of what is exactly that Kambosos wants. And like I said earlier, right? The ball is in his court. He can do whatever he wants. But I can guarantee you, Kambosos wants to be the undisputed and settle things out. And I think Lomachenko may need to wait for that.
Yeah, that's fair. Gringo versus the mute button today. It's what it's looking like.
Yeah,
the mute button's up 2-0 on you, Gringo.
Man, the mute is kicking my ass today.
Kicking your butt.
But you know what? The mute has more love for me than Top Rank did because talk about no love. Let's get to these comments real quick. Shout out to D-Style, the man. Shout out to you, sir, the man, El Capitan from the HCP, doing big things. Oh, man, G-Funk in the house. Good morning, G-Funky. Yeah. All right. JC, much love from Ringside Report. Appreciate you.
Ringside Report in the house.
Lomo looked great. Hey, Chicano, Loma did look great, but one thing that I'll go ahead and say, now, brother, hear me out, Manny. We got love for Lomachenko.
Thank you.
Hate coming.
Appreciate it.
There was,
however,
again, Joe Tessitore is over the top with his praise for him, man. It's kind of nauseating. I usually don't let commentating impact my enjoyment of the fight, but for me going forward, I gotta watch Lomachenko on mute, bro. Like,
is it worse than the Showtime commentary? Remember the Tank and Cruz fight?
No,
great uppercut! It was.
Where did it go? Which uppercut?
A fantastic uppercut, and now he's freezing Pitbull with these shots.
Look at the power.
He's not really landing much, but okay.
Boxing Republic, much love.
I think I agree, and I think it's more the fact that these commentators are wanting to be part of the action and part of the excitement that the division's bringing in, and I think Lomachenko's part of that. Regardless of what people feel or think, whether you're a fan or not, you can probably see a little bit overhyped in that, the people behind the scenes, and I get it, and I think that's why these commentators, the same as us, they are excited to see like all kinds of scenarios and different options at a division that it's been forgotten. And it was ruled and dominated at one point by Lomachenko. And then you got a lot of people hate or love. Okay. A lot of people never understood why the hype about Loma. Oh, he's got so many amateur fights. He's the fastest boxer and become a world champion. We get it. there was not a lot of competition when he was in there. So that's why people are still kind of skeptic about believing the huge hype of it. He got dethroned by Teofimo Lopez for whatever reason happened, and now he is actually merging back to be part of that conversation. That is a lot of topic to be excited about, to be talking.
No, I hear you about being excited, but I mean, Joe Tessitore is.
No, he was over it.
No, he's on the next level, bro.
I'm gonna be honest, Gringo. There was music behind it, and we had the TV, but there was music behind it. So
Joe
I couldn't hear that.
Who has more love for Loma, Manny or Joe Tessitore?
Joe Tessitore has a Lomachenko tattoo on his back, lower back too.
On his butt. Wow.
Yeah.
Did you say
Tramp stamp.
I have it in my back right there.
Tramp stamp. Yeah, Manny, you're gonna have to step your game up, bro.
Yeah, brother, step it up. All right, so look at some real.
Hey, some other guy fought on there, right? Some dude.
All right, so G Funky said ESPN commentary was sickening. I agree 100%. Totally. If I have to hear about downloading the Ukrainian dance lessons
for real,
I'm gonna lose it.
It's a good one, Chicano.
Oh, you're gonna switch flags on us. Okay, thank you, brother. I watched many fights on mute. Oh,
music in the background.
He's laughing.
Maestro al boxeo.
Compadres. Much love, brother. Smash the like button. Mano in the house. Much love. Appreciate it. And we need the like. So thank you very much. In the dome. All right, so let's go ahead and
some other guy fought on the undercard, right? What's his name? I keep forgetting his name. Xander Zayas, our boy. Boy, great.
He
was phenomenal.
Manny, what do you think about Xander's performance?
Well, I mean, first of all, this is very exciting for the Xander and his family. You know, this is the dream come true. I think every Puerto Rican dreams, every boxer in Puerto Rico dreams about two things. Number one, become a world champion. Number two, fight at the Madison Square Garden. That is like the neck of boxing for Puerto Rico. A lot of support, and I think he just accomplished that. I wish we would have seen him on the main event card, but you know what? I mean, he was in the undercard, and had to go through ESPN Plus. The sad thing about this, guys, we were only able to see one round, but that's great because this kid is very talented. He is super strong at the 154. This is a great move to move him from that 147, although he wasn't struggling to make the weight, but moving him up and getting him prepared for that junior middleweight. I mean, and he's still in his kid body. He's still not in his man body. So I can't
19 years
what
old.
This guy's going to do.
He still has acne.
Yeah, I don't think there was a lot of competition, with him in terms of like, Alessio Mastrosino from
Italian.
Italy. He had fought this. I think this was his first fight being in the States, but he was a guy that had great fights, only one loss, and these are part of the great matches that they're doing with him. Not only to showcase his talent, but also to see what he can do at the middleweight. You gotta be cautious who you put him against, but I think he's delivering, and I think he's actually doing the things he needs to do. And guess what? The stable, it's on fire because the gold and the belts are there. That is an extra motivation for that to say I'm representing something. I'm representing the house of one of the new unified champions.
You're talking about the stable of Centeno Gym, right? Centeno.
I mean, what better way to do this and then showcase yourself and finish it on a way he did last night. Congratulations, Sanders. Congratulations to the family. Great win. Can't wait to see him again. And he will. And he also, I'm going to say it, he will also be the prospect of the year. No doubt about that.
He'll definitely be ESPN's prospect of the year. That's a given for sure. And we knew it was going to be a short night when the fight started. 11, 12 seconds in, Xander dropped him with that overhand right. Just de volada. He got up, hurt. He tried to fight out of it, but the end was coming. Xander was just too much, too fast, too strong. There was a very, very great performance by our boy Xander. We look forward to seeing what's going to happen, man. I mean, he's getting to that point though where the rumblings and the comments are, he's fighting bums. I go, no. He's the trajectory of his career is going just fine. We'll see him tested here soon enough, and I can't wait for it, man. Just keep doing things, Xander. Keep it up. Let the haters hate. Y tú dale gas.
Absolutely, man. One thing that I'll go ahead and say, haters hate. I hate how ESPN was promoting he'd be on the main card, and they had him on ESPN Plus after the fact. Thank you very much, Top Rank. Keeping it 100, like
They
Not
just
helping
need
the brother out at all,
they
man.
wanted him to sell those tickets.
No, and they did. They
So,
did a great job. We got a lot of comments we want to get
those
to.
ESPN Plus, memberships.
All right,
that too. Hell yeah.
All right, so yeah, I'm way behind on these comments.
Man, Gringo, the alligators getting your butt today, man.
All right, here we go. All right, so we got HCP is war. Maestro, share my community page right now. Oh wow, thank you very much, sir. Appreciate
Maestro
you,
Boxing.
sir.
Thank you, Maestro.
Salute my dones. Nancy, Boxing Republic in the house, shared. All right, appreciate you.
Nancy.
He should have been in the place.
I agree with you.
Yeah, but they got, he has that Muhammad Ali tie-in, so
yeah,
they're trying to promote that crap out of that, man.
Yeah. And especially you'll be already a co-main event before
Matrix
that.
Reloaded.
Yeah, you go from co-main event to ESPN Plus. Whack.
JC says Coco. Chicano Prophet has the Puerto Rican flag with the flame. Shout out. G Funky says has a Puerto Rican flag with the boxing emoji. At Don JC, the Don JC, chill, no emphasis. Don Chicano salute.
What about Jared Anderson?
All right.
Oh, baby
Jared Anderson, the
baby bull.
Heavyweight American, second round. He took some shots, so he's checking off some boxes as far as can that chin take a shot. Teslenko landed a very good right hand kind of early on in the.
No, definitely. And I'll comment on this real quick. I know that Nancy put on there as far as he talking about Xander Zayas. He doesn't necessarily need Berlanga in his corner. Kid is doing well with building his own brand. I totally agree.
Yeah, I agree.
But I know that Xander,
they just want to show love to each other.
Yeah, like he said that they're actually friends. He said that Berlanga kind of gets a bad rap, but he's a cool guy. So I think it's more about a mutual respect and a friendship there. And Xander's a likable guy, man. I think Xander's doing a good job with the brand, but I do see what you're saying.
This is a class that's coming up, right? And they're both part of this elite class of the future superstars. And so when you're part of that, especially on that Miami, on the Orlando fight, that's where the bonding started. Then they met with the WBO in Puerto Rico. I think they had a festivity last year, and then they continued to bond. So why not? Why not? It's good for the sport. It's great to support them. And I would love to see. Hey, Tommy, I would love to see Xander at Berlanga's corner, maybe in the future. So this is good. There's nothing wrong with that.
Hey, Puerto Ricans got to stick together.
That's right, man.
Each other, man.
You're goddamn right.
All right, man.
Yeah.
All right, speaking together, let's go ahead and get to UK in the house. Man,
Conor Benn.
What do you think about that?
Conor Benn versus Algieri. I remember a while back, guys, when we were on our soapbox about Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz Jr. that they were coming, and rightfully so. Remember, I brought it up. I said, "Hey, there's a kid out there in the UK by the name of Conor Benn. Just keep an eye on him." At the time, he was still a middling prospect under 10 wins, but now with last night's performance, I think he pretty much let the world know, hey, he's here. That 1-2 right cross put Algieri to sleep, and Algieri, in boxing. It's what a lot of fans and a lot of people do leading up to the fight. They hype up the opponent. Oh, it's going to be as tough as opponent today, so on and so forth. And then when the fight happens and the guy completely destroys him, oh, well, he's old. The narrative completely changes. No, I'm gonna stick to the same narrative because leading up to the fight, I thought Algieri was going to be his toughest fight today. Algieri was a man who's always prepared. He's a nutritionist, so he's ready. He's been in there with the elite guys, and Conor Benn just destroyed him in 4 rounds. That 1-2 right cross just put him to sleep, man. And Conor Benn that welterweight division just got a little hotter with some of the players there. All the champions up there. You still have Crawford, Boots, Virgil, Conor. My goodness, dude, that division is on fire. It's a shame, though. We probably won't get to see a lot of the fights that we want, but he's there. Another name. Right?
No, definitely. So we kind of talked offline. So I love your thoughts on this, Hopper. Like, what do you think about the path they seem to already have in place? Like, I love when they have paths.
I like it. What they say, Adrian Broner, right?
No, they said the winner of Khan, Brook, and then
AB. I like it, bro. To be honest with you, I mean, I can't. I want to see where he's at. We both think. I think we all think Amir Khan and Kell Brook had better days behind them, but it's still AB certainly has as well. But I mean, these are still solid tests to see where Conor goes through. And to be honest with you, I'll go ahead and Conor walks right through whoever wins, Kell Brook and Amir Khan. Conor Benn is going to walk right through him. The AB one, that one's a little more tougher because AB is so damn sturdy defensively. It's going to be hard for Conor Benn to knock him out or take him out, but he'll win pretty convincingly. And then Adrian Broner, after the fight, will say he won and blah, 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 and, blow out his millions. And broke.
One thing that stood out to me that I thought was pretty cool is like at the end, the Zone panel was really excited. They even had Andy Lee up there and Tony Bellew, and they were kind of going through the names. And then, Tony Bellew was kind of going off and, talking about this guy and that guy. I feel good about it. And then Andy Lee mentioned Virgil Ortiz and then Drew Boots Ennis. And then Tony Bellew was like, no. No.
He's not ready for those guys just yet.
They're not ready for them yet.
No. Boots is a killer. He's levels. I think at this point, he levels above Conor right now and just more seasoned. And so is Virgil. So, no, I don't think I don't think they want to derail that young man's career about putting him in against one of those.
All right, so I do mention we had that conversation like 2 years ago. So you're just as high on. Do you actually feel better about Conor Benn now going forward?
Yeah, I feel much better about Conor Benn now, man, especially after this performance. Because if he would have struggled against Algieri, that would have raised a lot more questions. But I feel with his performance last night, he answered quite a few. He handled the wily veteran, who had only been stopped by Spence, I believe. It's just Errol Spence was the only one that stopped him. Manny Pacquiao couldn't even do it. So. No, yeah, I'm definitely a little higher on Conor Benn today than I was at that time.
Absolutely. All right, so let's get some of these comments we have here. Oh, man. Ignacio Juarez, R.I.P.
Vicente, rest in peace.
G Funky, guys, thank you. Ben was crispy. Algieri got body bagged. That's pretty accurate. He fell on his face and was like, he was out. I think he had dreams.
When you fall face forward like that, it's a wrap.
Conor Benn is impressive.
And I think that
they're putting Broner above Brook winner.
Yeah, that is a good point. Like they want to put Con and Brook first, and then they're gonna put AB. I guess because Con and Brook have such a big name over in the UK, it'll build his brand up a lot more significantly with the fighting the winner of that one.
No,
like
I mean
the torch.
And don't get me wrong. I think Kell Brooks still has. I mean, he did a great fight against Crawford, but he fought against Crawford, and there's not a whole lot that you can dispute about that. And I think that right now, for me, Connor's a little bit of big trouble. He hasn't fought in a while, and out of both of them, I think I favor Brooks, and I think for Conor Benn for another big test. I think that Brooks will give him a little bit more than even Adrian Broner. I don't think.
That's fair. I agree with that. That's fair. But Conor
right now to tap into what you talked about, Hopper. It's in the 147 also. It's shaking those champions, right? We got 3 champions right now. Ugas,
those young guys are coming from,
and then we have the future contenders. We got Virgil number 1.
Amir Kambas.
We got Virgil number 1, right? And then we got Boots number 2. And now Conor emerging in there. There is a lot of action coming back from these guys. But
I have Boots number 1 and then Virgil number 2.
One thing I want to mention here, guys, and I haven't forgotten, I don't think you guys haven't forgot either, but I'm going to bring it up here for a second, is I want to apologize for everyone. And the reason why is for my stupidity of being able to be trapped into the whole speed.
That's right. I forgot. You picked Algeria over Conor.
I said that Algeria will knock out Conor Benn. How the fuck? What was I doing that day? Why did I got into this gringo stuff?
We'll chalk it up, Benny. We'll chalk it up to this freaking gringo's idea of let's see how many fights we can predict in 30 seconds, guys. And he put like 20 fights out there.
Dude,
that was a great segment.
I feel shame about.
That was a great segment.
2 things that will dent my career.
All my predictions have been right for the record.
When you said that, Manny, my eyes just lit up. I said, what?
I know 2 things that I will forever regret. All right, as a media, as a fan, as trying to predict fights. Number 1, Conor Benn versus Algieri. Number 2, Nonito Donaire. I mean, I have to stick with it. I said it in the show, and I had to back my words up. But oh my God. I mean, when I saw that knockout from Nonito Donaire, I was like, these guys are going to crush me because I said the opposite. I said that actually Raymar Gavallo was going to knock out Nonito. He's going to get his career out just to try.
We need to go back to those clips.
Stand by my word.
I remember I said something with my smart ass comments. I was like, whoa, you're retiring Nonito already?
I remember, and I'm bringing it up because I feel embarrassed and ashamed that me, as I've been doing really good in these predictions, I messed it up for everyone. So
you know what?
But I'm still standing by my decisions.
You were more excited for finishing under 30 seconds than actually getting.
I think so too.
Somewhat right. Because when it was over, you were, woo, yeah, I got him on under 30 seconds. And then I looked at you, bro. You picked Algieri over Conor Benn. You're like, what? I did? Shit.
I mean, people were telling Manny, I thought you knew boxing. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. I got into the moment, but I made it in 32.
Hey, but speaking of Nonito, though, let's segue on to that one, man. Nonito Donaire, 39 years old, looked great. That liver shot, oh, that hurt me. I felt it when he landed, because he landed some real good. He had good leverage on it. That left, his patented signature left hook that Nonito Donaire loves to throw. This time he landed it to the body, and it just debilitated Gavallo. And he tried to get up. He just said, "Nah, I'm done." Is
that how he sounded? Nah.
He got up and said, "No, I'm still."
Nah, bro, I'm good.
Oh, man, 39 years old. Nonito Donaire, Hall of Fame resume.
Gringo, my question to you is, what would be next for Nonito? Could a rematch against the monster?
That's what they're trying to do, but realistically, he's with Top Rank, and then Nonito's with Richard Schaefer and that new Provella. It's called Provella Promotions or whatever it's called. Realistically, come on, we know how the game works. It's going to be real hard for that fight to happen. But if the money's right, for both companies, Top Rank and Richard, I don't see why they can't get that deal done.
No, I think it's going to happen. I think that, I mean, you make some valid points, but I think that's the fight that's going to happen. I know when they originally had that fight, the first time that they fought, I lit a candle for Donaire. Shout out to him. I was real worried, man.
Were you? Really? Damn. So I was the only one that felt like the Nonito was wow.
Just to put it into perspective, out of the monsters fights in the last couple of years, Nonito has been the only one.
Nonito busted his face,
and he got to the distance.
He busted Inoue's face.
So I mean, this got
I lit the candle before the fight, bro. Before, not during. Before the fight.
Before the fight.
Yeah, he showed his ass. I mean, he was great. Respect to him.
I think that should happen, man, for the excitement. I honestly don't think that a fight against John Casimiro maybe Casimiro maybe interested just to unify those belts because I think there's not a whole lot of money. I think
realistically, Joan Real Casimiro now Inoue is the unified champion in the IBF and the WBA. So realistically, Nonito Donaire, like the same, he's in the same category as Lomachenko. There's really nothing else you need to do in terms of fighting anybody else to prove yourself.
Avenge that defeat.
It's more about legacy fights now. I think, and in my opinion, hopefully that fight against Inoue, the monster, does happen. Win or lose. And
no shame.
No shame. And Nonito, I mean, after that fight, he's 39 years old. If you win, what a hell of a way to retire, man. Go out on
same career as Chocolatito, bro. No shame at all. You win, you got a lot to win. You lose, you still win.
Bro, but to be 39 years old and to hang in there like that, that's a credit to his dedication, to his lifestyle, to his eating habits. And he said it after the fight. He said that there's no cheat days for him. It's all training for him. And
that's you
that's
can't.
What it takes. And that's man, I always go back to this, man. That's what separates a lot of these talented guys from the hardworking guys, the all-time greats. They live the lifestyle. They train every day. Lomachenko, Canelo, like some of these guys, Terence Crawford, they stay in the gym. There's my Canelo mention for the day.
I was actually about to end the live before you got it in there, and you got it in there. Shout out to you.
Always get Canelo in the mix somehow.
Right now. Let's go ahead and get to him right now before we go ahead and go to our news and notes. Let me see. Whoa. I am way
Gringo is getting his butt whooped today by technology, the mute button and
All right. Remy in the house. D-Style says about
About babosadas. Wow.
About babosadas.
That's a good one.
About burgers.
About burgers. Hell yeah. About broke.
Happy for Donaire.
Yeah, we are.
I think we all are. I think we are extremely happy, and we can see the dedication and the passion he's got.
Filipino Plash got it all. So Tony Bartlett, thank you very much. Salute to D-Star, G-Funky. G-Funky. Fotex, he's trying to get everyone to come here, bro. Thank you very much. JC, salute. G-Funky. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Yeah, please. Thank you so much. And thanks for the support of ACP. Everybody in there right now. Much love. We appreciate it. As you can tell, we're not used to all these comments because we're way behind. All right, so like, share, subscribe, y'all. Keeping it Texas. Thank you, Nancy. Love that. Tony Bartlett, JC, Remy, Don, Maestro, all in the house. Tony Bartlett, G-Funky, D-Style. That was Nancy, not me. Okay, my bad. Exactly. That's why it's upsetting with fighters like Mikey that aren't in shape between fights. Mm-hmm. Unleash the fury. Woo! Unleash the fury. Nancy. Hey, Chihuahuas.
How do you think he's going to get to 135? He wants 135 now. Really?
Can you believe? I got to go ahead and say this. Can you believe that Mikey Garcia thinks he deserves Cambosos at 135? Come on, man.
Delusional, bro. Yes,
wait.
This is my cherry picking of the day.
He sees a
wants
bag.
Cambosos.
That's what he sees.
Everybody wants Cambosos now, man. It's crazy.
All right, subscribe. Thank you very much, sir. Remy,
thank you, Remy.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that was me. I need the coin. All right, so let's get to it. Let's get to
who was the biggest winner of the news and notes. Who do you guys think was the biggest winner last night?
Oh, the
biggest winner out of all the boxing fights. I'm gonna throw this one out there to you guys. This is the one I think was probably the biggest winner. His name is Cody Crowley, and he beat up Abdukukarov. That was the IBF mandatory for Earl Spence. It was the co-main event on the Showtime to Nonito Donaire and Gaballo. Cody Crowley, man, he went in there and he demonstrated he's tough, rugged, trains. And if you know about his backstory, they were saying that he sold his car to continue living.
I missed that
trying
one.
to train.
I missed that one, man.
It was good. It was good. Cody Crowley went in there and he got dropped actually. In the round that he was winning, he stunned Abdukukarov in like the second round, and then he came back and dropped Crowley. And so, but Crowley came up, continued to put the aggression, was landing some really heavy leather, and he cut Abdukukarov's left ear right here. It was a nasty cut from across, from a jab, which one punch. But no, great fight. Shout out to Cody Crowley. He beats up, dominates, and he's not the mandatory to Earl Spence no more. So Crowley is 20-0, 9 knockouts. Volume of punches, variety of combinations, upset victory, the biggest victory of his career. Shout out to you, Cody Crowley, trains out of Las Vegas. Keep it up, man.
I'll make sure I watch that because I know I was interested in doing that, but I couldn't do it. But for me, honestly, I got to say the Flash. I got to say Nonito Donaire. The reason why is the bantamweight needs to be on fire, and we need to see that rematch. I want to see that rematch, Donaire against the monster.
Wait. Hold up. You heard what he just said, right? He wants that rematch.
Right.
He's a Donaire hater. Let's not forget that for those that are listening.
He was trying to retire.
He wants to retire.
I apologize.
What are you such a hater for, Manny?
I apologize.
Look at his eyes.
You hate Canelo. You hate Nonito.
Wait. Gringo, besides the mute,
you hate Conor Benn.
You have the audio down? Didn't you listen that I apologize because I was put into a situation? Right? I said it.
The eyes don't lie.
So
I'm going to get the clip.
I'm going to get right now. And if you want to put it in your perspective where I said about that, he proved me wrong. He proved me that he's still training hard, and he beat
in your face, man,
to be able to get that opportunity. For me, that was the biggest win of yesterday, because now he can say if he would have lost that rematch, it was never. I mean, you would never see that happen. But he did win, right? He won, so now he's got an opportunity to get the rematch. And I think that other than that, his career would have ended.
He threw that liver. He threw that shot, man. He threw that left hook thinking about you. It's for you, pinche Manny.
I just want to say real quick that a big shout out to Jared Anderson. Hell of a performance. He's clearly the heavyweight future for American boxing.
Heavyweight hopeful for the American.
He's awesome. He's a monster, and he just
punched him right through the punch.
They got him hard. They got him hard
because he got caught.
Got caught big time.
Yeah, he did. So we got some comments in out here, and then we'll go ahead and get out of here. All right, so Chicano Prophet, my brother from another mother said, Mikey is delusional for sure. Absolutely.
Yes, Keyshawn Davis. We haven't even talked about him.
Keyshawn Davis.
They just signed him.
Yeah.
Grizzy Hizzy, The Flash, absolutely. Chicano also said, I noticed that Cody is a spiritual dudes on Maytom's Cube and Chakras on his trunks. Oh, yeah, good call, man.
Oh, Brandon Lee as well. Remember, we got to give a shout out to Shout out to Brandon Lee. He beat Juan Heraldez in 7 rounds with a phenomenal shot.
To the channel Chief Funky. Remember, I've been drinking tequila since 2 a.m.
Damn it, boy.
Man, those Showtime fights were pretty decent card yesterday. I missed them. I'm going to take the time.
Great fight. Yeah, the first one was Brandon Lee against Juan Heraldez. That was pretty good.
Hey, good call by
John Bausa. John Bausa.
There you go.
Williams
undefeated versus undefeated.
John Bausa.
ACP of the week. ACP of the week. I don't know. ACP nominee, Hispanic Cause and Panic of the Week. That's a good one, man.
That's a great
one right there.
Yep.
All right. So, with the big KO over
Michael Williams was 19-0 going into that fight.
Both undefeated, and then there were. I mean, this is a huge victory for both of them. For him, absolutely.
All right, so final thoughts, brothers. Final thoughts.
What do you think, Manny? You're gonna retire Nonito this time?
It's been a great year for boxing, but also it's been a great year for LongLiveBoxing and EnVivo podcast. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for all your support, man. Thank you for always being there. We're just crazy guys talking about boxing, the sport that we love. We're not perfect. We'll say shitty things, and that makes no sense. But guess what? All we're here is to have fun. And I don't think the year has ended yet, but I believe that 2022 it's going to be an amazing year, not only for boxing but also as well for our channel and everything that we're doing. But it all comes down to you guys. Thank you for your support. We appreciate that. The king is back, and Puerto Rico is always in the house.
King is back.
All right, Puerto Rico's in the house. Harper, what you got for us, brother?
Well, first of all, thank you to everybody that tuned in, commented. Shout out to the HCP network. Thank you guys for allowing us to join. It's an honor. It's a blessing. I'm excited for it. I can't stress that enough. Boxing's been on a hell of a run, and it doesn't stop. Speaking of the monster, he fights December 14th against Aaron Diapen, December 14th special. Next week, we got Beater Beef against Brown, Joseph Parker, Chisora on the 18th, Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley as well. Well, I had to mention it. Zurdo Ramirez fights Gonzalez as well next Saturday. Boxing keeps rolling, baby. My favorite novela. We still got plenty of action coming, baby. So keep it locked and loaded. We'll be talking about it Sunday.
Absolutely. So, I want to go ahead and end things off. Our new outro trailer that for the ACP network. Make sure you follow all the channels. It actually shows the times and when they come. Great content there. And the thing that, I'm so proud to be a part of it, not because I'm the only gringo in ACP, but for the fact that...
Because you are.
Yeah, because I am. But I like the fact that it's real boxing talk. It's not narratives. Everybody gets to speak their own mind.
No shock jocks. There's no donkeys.
Yeah. So it's a great thing, man. So
except us.
Much love. And you guys... check it out, and like I said, make sure you subscribe to all the channels, give support because they need support, and we want boxing to grow the right way. We need to grow the right things in boxing. That's definitely ACP.
Jake Paul.
Let's do.
Okay,
oh, and you killed it.
Are you?
It's Maestro A. It's Kenny T. I'm back in New York City after a weekend in Las Vegas.
When we got Power Punchers episode 2, episode dos. Hit that like button as you come in.
It's your boy Dave from the 408 coming to you all the way from my podcast studio in San Jose, Califas. You know what time it is. It's time for the shoot.
Everyone, welcome to Algieri. We got my partners in crime, Run PMC and Nopal with us and visiting us for the first time. Algieri means keeping it
style real. Boxing. Thanks to those joining me live. Those that be joining me here on Archive. I've been joined by the new co-host of ATP, Nancy, from the Boxing Republic.
It's my birthday, and then obviously, Red says to me, these are my girls. You have to make sure you do the interview for them. I said, you know what? Even though it's my birthday, we'll do it. No problem.
Oh, you're amazing.
So appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
All-star panel, the round table, number 58. Really good weekend.
Seguimos en vivo. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Como siempre, Mari Marrero.
Sean El Gringo Hicksa.
Hopper.
Hey.
Always breaking it down like it is, like it should.
Welcome to the Ringside Reporters Show, where we talk about the latest boxing news. If it's related to boxing, we're going to talk about it right here. My name is Eric Lorta, and I'm here with my co-host, Joe Habib.
Woo! EnVivo!
Mute has won the unanimous decision over Gringo today. The mute button has defeated Gringo once more.
And still undefeated.
You're still on mute, Gringo. You're on mute. Wow.
Hey, you guys have a great weekend. Go Cowboys. Let's do it. Yeah.